What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. This is my Week 11 reaction. Alright, make sure to keep liking, subscribing, commenting, sharing, doing whatever the hell you want to do with the video. Whatever you do with it, not my business, alright? But we're going to start into this right now. We're going to go with the Panthers beating the Falcons in OT 30-27 and putting themselves a half game back in the NFC South. That's the Panthers a half game back. I would have laughed at you before the season. I would have. Hey, this team is playing good. Somehow, some way, finding ways to win. Good for them. With the Bucs loss to the Bills, it's inching them closer and closer and closer. Bryce Young played his ass off, 31 of 45 for 448 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 123.2 passer rating. That's MVP level numbers right there. Good for Bryce, man. He's a guy that just does the work, puts his head down, doesn't hear any of the outside criticism, and just keeps on playing. I'm happy for him. He's a good dude as well. But bad thing for the Falcons. The penis man, Michael Penix Jr., is out potentially for the season. That's a hard blow right there. But you know who they have lurking in the shadows, waiting for his opportunity to arise. Kirk Go Chains, baby. Kirk Go Chains. Oh, it's going to be interesting. He's not the same Kirk Cousins we all come to love. He's older now, and he's on the Falcons. So, can he bring some magic to this Atlanta team? Or is he going to become Kirk Cousins? Who knows? Who knows? It'll be interesting to watch that NFC South race towards the end of the year. Could get very, very close towards the end, which just makes for some great entertainment. So let's hope for that. Now, we'll get into the NFC North. The Bears squeak away a win over the Vikings 19-17. Now, with their win and the Lions' loss, somehow, someway, the Bears are number one in the NFC North. How? Beyond me. Thing is, though, they haven't played their hard games yet in their schedule. The rest of their season's a gauntlet, so don't expect them to be up there. Especially because they have a negative point differential so far in the season, and they're number one in NFC North. Every other team except for the Vikings have a positive point differential. So I don't think this is going to hold up much longer for the Bears, but who knows. I saw a thing today, and Bears fans, this might bring some PTSD. Last time the Bears were number one in the NFC North was in 2018 with first-year head coach Matt Nagy and second-year QB Mitch Trubisky. What's going on with the Bears right now? They're with first-year head coach Ben Johnson, second-year QB Caleb Williams. So, you do the math. But the reason the Bears got this win was because J.J. McCarthy played like hot trash. He's not a good QB, never has been, never will be. And it keeps showing week by week, and people try to keep giving him excuses. See, there's none more you can give him. He went 16 for 32, 150 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, and a 47.7 passer rating. You get a 38.8 passer rating if you just spike the ball into the ground every single play. Yeah, you do with that what you want to do with it, alright? But I don't think the Bears hold on to this lead for long. Lions or Packers will take it back within the next 2 weeks, alright? Stop getting your pants riled, Bears fans. It ain't gonna last too long. Alright. We'll get into another divisional game. Rams get a big win against the Seahawks, 21-19. hey, it's as good of a win as that for the Rams. I think this game just goes to show how good Seattle's defense is. Their defense is great. My opinion, I think it's top 2 in the league. I have it between them and the Broncos defense. I think those are 2 best units overall in the entire NFL. Alright, and Seahawks might be number 1 after this past game, giving up only 21 points to the Rams, who were a damn good offensive team. Yeah, I think they might be, but, I mean, you're not going to win the game with Sam Darnold throwing 4 interceptions, alright? You just can't. You really can't. There's something with Sam Darnold in big games that he can't perform. He was seeing ghosts. But I think I found out what's wrong. Sam Darnold can't play against the Lions or the Rams. He just can't, for some reason. The past 2 years it showed. When we saw the stinker game he put up in Detroit last year for Week 18 to win the division. Terrible. And next week in the playoffs against the Rams, another stinker. And then he had an even worse stinker against the Rams, now that they're division opponents. So, Sam Darnold been great all year. When he really needed to show up, he just didn't. So, that would be something I'd be concerned with if I was a Seattle fan. Just, can he show up in the big moments? We will see. We will see. And another division game. The Baltimore Ravens got a win over the Shedeur Sanders-led Browns. And Shedeur Sanders showed why he dropped to the 5th round. He went 4 for 16, 47 yards, 1 interception, and a 13.5 passer rating. Like I just said before, a 38.3 passer rating. You would get that if you just spiked the ball on every single throw, and he had a 13.5. That's terrible. It's god-awful. Alright? People are trying to make excuses for him. Oh, he's thrown into the fire. So is Dylan Gabriel. What are we talking about here? So is he. You could tell with him, with Sanders, he just holds on to the ball way too long. He should stay on the bench. They got to go back to Gabriel as soon as he's out of concussion protocol and just hope for the best. Because, I mean, to be honest, both QBs aren't the answer. Gabriel's the better answer, but if they want to tank, just keep Sanders in. He's not good. He's not good at all. The drives with him at QB went punt, interception, punt, turnover on downs. That's awful. That is so bad. And now the AFC North is the Ravens to lose. It is. I mean, Steelers with Rodgers out now. Bengals just dead in the water. And the Browns just being the Browns. The Ravens are going to win AFC North. Even when it didn't look like they would when Lamar was out. Now he's back and their defense is playing better. It's just, they're going to win it. We all know it. If the odds are still good now, bet it. Put the house on it. It's happening. All right. And now another division. This is just a week of division games, and I love it. The Broncos get a huge win over the Chiefs, which now gives them a commanding lead in the AFC West. Broncos are now 9-2, and the Kansas City Chiefs are 5-5. Let that sink in. After that game, Broncos have a 74% chance to win the AFC West, while the Chiefs only have a 10% chance to win now. And currently, the Chiefs are out of the playoff picture. I think all of America can rejoice not having to watch Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs get every single call in the playoffs, guiding them to the Super Bowl. I love it. Chiefs are 0-5 in one-score games this year. Last year, I think they started out 10-0 in one-score games. I think they lost their magic. The only way they can make the playoffs now, they have to win out. They really do, especially the way the Broncos are playing. And I mean, the Chargers can maybe sneak in, but they need serious offensive line help if they want to do it. So I'm counting them out. I'm counting the Chiefs out. Let's see if this comes to haunt me, but I'm counting them out. Fully in on the Broncos. Bo Nix is that guy. It's been that guy. People have doubted him past couple games. He is that guy. All right. Yeah. What a game. What a week. And now we'll get into the last game we'll talk about. Not a division game. This one kind of hurts. The Eagles beat the Lions 16-9. This hurts for me as a Lions fan. I had high hopes going into the game. I thought, okay, we're healthier than we were last year. We can do it. But no, didn't happen. Gibbs played great. He really did. Defense showed out. I think I can say they're now a top 5 defense in the NFL. Put them up there with Seattle, Denver. Got to put it up there with Philly. They showed their great defense. Can't hate on it. You can't. Game respects game. I'm respecting it. I put them up there. Rams as well. Yeah, I think I'd say that's my top 5. Not in any order. Rams, Broncos, Seahawks, Eagles, Lions. Lions defense is getting healthier too. We haven't had our secondary basically. And yeah. What is concerning is the injuries on the offensive line for the Lions, especially the O-line. The O-line is just, you can tell that Eagles defense was getting to Goff way too much. He had no time in the pocket. Didn't help it was a cold night. Not playing his best, but he just had no time. Even with Laporta out too, he's a great blocking, one of the best blocking tight ends in the NFL. So having him not out there kind of hurts too. Goff went 14 for 37, which is terrible. Terrible. Now, is the loss on him doing that or on the offensive line giving up so much pressure on him the entire game? I would say it's both. Both. You can put on each. Because, I mean, Goff's just was disrupted the entire game. Wasn't able to get into his motion, his strides, and get into his reads. I mean, he looked off, but I mean, at the same time, when he was able to, he wasn't on that game at all. So you can put it on both. You really can. It was bad. It was. We also have to talk about the that pass interference call. All right, we're gonna get this over. Rip the Band-Aid off. That's not pass interference. When you got Chris Collinsworth saying it's not a pass interference, you got something wrong there. All right. Now, I'm not saying that the Lions are automatically gonna go down and score and tie the game up if they don't get that call. I'm not saying that whatsoever. I'm saying I would have liked the chance to at least try. Because the way they were playing offensively that night, there's no chance in hell they were scoring. There's not. But a chance at it would have been nice. You never know. Get some late game magic. Maybe something happens. Who knows? Maybe another Jahmyr Gibbs run. Maybe a JMO on a little post. But you can't call that in that moment. You just can't. I hate it. And I mean, a lot of people are putting the loss on that. It's not. That's not the reason they lost. The offense just was not there. Too much pressure was given up. All right. So one thing I will say about the Eagles, they still got some offensive concerns. They do. This does not look like the same Eagles team from last year. All right. Couldn't really tell you what it is because, I mean, they're still doing kind of the same things. They're still running the ball. They're still kind of throwing it, but it just looks completely different. That's what happens when you get a new offensive coordinator. You're going to go through some struggles. Lions got a new one as well. Dan Campbell's calling the plays now because it's been that bad, but I don't know. We will see. It could also be the Lions are just that good of a defense, which I think they are, but to disrupt the Eagles that much offensively, could be. Could not be. I don't know. You tell me. But yeah. Don't really want to talk about that game anymore. That game kind of sucked. Not a happy bat that night. Let's say the streets were not safe that night. I took a night off. Alright. But yeah, that's the video. I appreciate you guys. Keep making sure to like, comment, subscribe, and keep doing whatever the hell you want to with this video. I'm not gonna judge. Alright. I'm the last person to judge. But yeah, I will see you next week for week 12.